Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is March 20th, 2020. 2020. It's about 9:10 or so in the morning. And I am here on Colorado, a rather vacant Colorado. I would like to first say thank you very much to my friend and family from the country. I was woken up this morning. I'm always waking up early in the morning. My alarm goes off at 5, 6, and 7 o'clock in the morning. And usually between like 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, it's always these internet trolls, these wannabe type of, they want a friend requests and like that, and it's usually these stinking overseas trolls that try to play on heartstrings. Oh, want to get to know you and stuff. Where do you live? It's like, well, if you knew who I was, why are you asking me? Check my profile. Delete, deny. But my friend was, I was waking up by her, sending me a little bit of love and help this morning. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna name names, but thank you very much. And I got up this morning and I went over to Vallarta, see if they had any coffee, and they did have any. They had coffee, and actually, to my very much surprise, it was not crowded. It was not anything like you saw in the video the other day. It was not deep into people and chaos and everything. They actually, I don't know if it was me or if it was just common sense, but they actually had security and monitoring and allowing certain people at a time, you know. So that was nice. That was pleasant. Smart. Oh yeah, this is Broman's bookstore, a very popular place, and suffice to say, another victim of this whole mess, unfortunately. But it was nice to see, you know, that things were not as chaotic. It was actually, I was able to actually get my coffee, find my coffee, and a couple of gallons of water. They actually had gallon water, because I've been buying, they'd been storing nothing but the 2-liter bottles of Aquafina. And those were like $1.09, and I had to get my water. So, but they had gallon water, and I preferred getting the gallon water. It was like 89 cents. This is Lamel Theater. It's a nice place right here, actually. Lamel Theater is an indie theater. They show a lot of independent films here. Really good, really good movies. But yeah. As by order, of course, places like this, there's no congregation, movie theaters alike. Now, this is really hurting a lot, you know. This is really popular theater. Like I said, there was always a lot of good indie movies here. And like I said yesterday and now, you saw the videos. Yesterday was a pretty busy day for me. What did I do? Pump out 4 videos. Oh my goodness. I certainly kept my my equipment and my laptop humming. It's like the old Model T. Look at this. Social distancing. Wow. Definitely the new word of the year, right? That's a great way to start off 2020. I guess 2019 wasn't so bad after all, right, folks? But yeah, you know, they had announced that the mayor was going to come out and give his address. He's been pretty good about giving a lot of addresses in the state of the city and this horribleness that's going on. And then later, the Governor Newsom, also for statewide order, social distancing. You know, it's if you read between the lines, it is a martial law of sorts. But if you think about it, it's more in the sense of self-policing and the honor system. So, you know, we can still go out in public, we can still take walks and everything. What we can't do is we can't congregate in eateries, no bars, no nightclubs, no movie theaters, of course. Restaurants and places and eateries are allowed to remain open, but only takeout or delivery. And there's so many businesses here that just open up. There's always businesses like this place over here, this little dealie, that are always open up on Colorado Boulevard here. And I've mentioned many a times, it's very expensive real estate on Colorado Boulevard. Many businesses fail just because they have these visions of grandeur, and that goes with any entrepreneur, any business that opens up. Oh, mine's going to be different. Mine's going to be successful. But, you know, people here in Pasadena are very finicky. They'll find a place, an eatery, and they'll be successful for a short while. And they just, the traffic just dies off. The interest dies, and they go by the wayside. You know, I had talked about Earth Cafe. Earth Cafe is a really good place here. This place, at this time in the morning, all of outside right here is filled. Even if it's a cold morning, they pull down these plastic thermal type of curtains, and but it's still always busy, no matter what. Especially during lunchtime and in the afternoon and the evening. Earth Cafe is a really good place. Really good coffee, really good drinks, and good food and snacks alike. But because of this social distance, only take out, walk up, and walk out. And we have a couple of these meter boxes with sayings. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. There's this, I gotta pause. Alright, this is the Presbyterian Church. They used to do a lot of feeding here on Sundays, and then the schedule changed to like Wednesdays. I don't know if they still do feedings here or not. But, you know, even places of worship are closed. That's sad. This is DFSS, Children's Services right here. This is where I last had my visit with my daughter. Criminy, that was in 2015. About December 2015. That was the last time I actually got to see my daughter before the judge threw the case pretty much out of the court. You guys handle it on your own. Bickering. Mrs. Salinas is lying. Picked up a misdemeanor. And she took flight. Took advantage of my homelessness to just bug out. Things didn't go her way, unfortunately. So, yeah. There's a Methodist church right there. That's where I get my provisions when I can, if I'm not working. Tuesday morning. This is such a beautiful church. The new cooking school. This was part of actually Le Cordon Bleu before Le Cordon Bleu defunct. This is the old, it's the old Pasadena Star News building, if I recall. It's a beautiful building though. Yeah. So much has certainly changed. 24-hour fitness is right behind there. Even construction here in Pasadena, there's always construction slated. A lot of it has been slowed down or put on hold right now. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? I know some friends that this is their parish. It's just as beautiful inside that it is outside. So. But the streets are pretty vacant, like it was yesterday. I mean, yesterday was pouring rain. What a difference. Not even 24 hours makes, right? That was late in the afternoon. Now it's all beautiful, bright and sunny. For now, we are getting another storm system. I think coming in late Sunday, Monday. It'll be raining Monday. I have Monday off. I have a doctor's appointment. Finally, thank goodness, thank God. I've made it with my asthma. I need a physical so bad, and I need to get my medications reassessed. This is Linden Optometry. This is my eye doctor, and that's another thing that I'm hoping for, is to get that checked, because I need to get new glasses. That's going to be a couple of $100 right there for new glasses. The last pair that I have right here, that was $2 1/4. Being on Medi-Cal has changed. It used to be that Medi-Cal covered eye examinations and actually free glasses and stuff like that. This was many, many years ago. Free glasses and frames, but you had a kind of a bad selection, a cheap selection, and wasn't always that good. But now you're allowed a free examination, but you have to buy their, they don't pay for lenses or frames, so that's out of pocket cost. And this last pair that I currently don was about $2 1/4 out of pocket, and I had to save up for that for a couple months because that came out of my GR. So, and that was about the cheapest that I could find. That's the W down over there to the left. This is part of Paseo. This right here on the corner, what you see, used to be Macy's. This was the original Macy's, is still down on Lake Avenue. They closed this one up a few years ago, and they've been working on this new construction right here, the new Paseo, Colorado. Part of Hyatt, some business offices. I think it's part mixed residential or business. I'm not sure if it's just business and retail. But places like this are closed off also. Malls, huge shopping centers that are not necessary. And in here, of course, retail. So they're greatly affected. I'm gonna definitely see a lot of closures here. The Jackalope Festival has been canceled. That is in April, early April, mid-April. That was canceled. Also here at Paseo, Colorado, if you look back, I'll put a link to last year's the Chalk Festival that occurs on Father's Day. It's a big, spectacular thing. It's one of my favorite things of summertime, and that's been canceled. I'm not sure if it's until further notice or indefinitely for this year, as is a lot of social and community events here in Pasadena. And everywhere, statewide, not just statewide, but all across the nation as well. Yeah, so much is going to change now once this whole mess is resolved. Ruth Chris's Steakhouse. This is a very, very expensive steakhouse. And there's another steakhouse, I forgot what it was, behind here. It's kind of a Laurie's type of steakhouse. They're going to be greatly impacted. Islands, hamburgers is going to be impacted here. The Great Maple, they just opened up a few years ago. 4 years ago, I want to say. The Yard House also, look. You see the big sign up there? Open for takeout only. Just so much. The stock market opened up actually a bit on a positive, and the last time I checked, it was dipping down. I think today's going to be a roller coaster. And as I said, as bad as the economy was this last week, 2 weeks, especially this last week, Fridays are always the telltale sign of when a decision is going to be made. Fridays are always the pinnacle part of the week for the stock market. The one thing that the president said and asked and urged for every state, city, and county, please, and I had a couple of friends ask me why, please don't post your unemployment rate. That makes for a bad stock market. That most assuredly will crash the stock market. If cities and states and counties alike post a huge unemployment rate, you're upon. Then the stock market just plummets, and they don't want to see. They want to see production. They want to see the numbers of the stock market. They want to see America in production. The lower the unemployment is, the more we thrive on the stock market. It just makes sense. So, and I know a lot of folks don't like him, but he's been doing anything and everything to keep our economy going. I feel, this is just my opinion, just from my perspective. Yeah, see, this is where the Chalk Festival usually is. It's such a beautiful event, it's when parents come out and families come out and get to enjoy, it's one of the great kickoffs to the summer. Events over down there, that's the convention center, the Pasadena Convention Center. Pretty sure a lot of venues have been canceled. The library down there, straight ahead down Garfield. That great big, beautiful building right there that I am so familiar, almost know every nook and cranny there. That is City Hall. This is a very big H&M right here at the Paseo. God, just, impacting so much over the economy. And we are definitely, I feel, that we are definitely going to be even more of an introvert society. It's kind of funny. It's like, this sucks. This is terrible. If you really think about it, the only thing that this is really affecting is that you cannot really go outdoors. They're advising to please stay indoors because, how are we going to supposed to interact? Well, we long have not interacted with human beings for many years now. The only difference is you're just not outdoors. You could be standing next to someone, a friend or whatever, and you're texting each other, you're emailing, you're FaceTiming or whatever they want to call it. You're DMing, IMing. again, whatever is calling. The only difference is you're just advised not to go outdoors and gather in groups and do your DMing and your whatever, your FaceTime, which is silly. All now you're encouraged to do is stay at home and do all that business. So it's really not that we've already long socially distanced ourselves. The only difference is now you just stay at home. Now the kids are at home. Oh, what am I gonna? Oh, the kids, yeah. But look, folks, now's the time to get to know one another. I mean, really, can you tell me your family's attitudes, your family's personalities and traits? Most importantly, do you know your family's eye colors individually? And not just your children, your parents, your relations, your cousins. I bet you guys don't even know that. Honestly. I'm thought of a really funny episode that my ex and I, we loved 2.5 Men. Love Jake, love Charlie, love Alan, Mom and Bert and everything. That was like our favorite show. That show would just always crack us the heck up. And I'm reminded of an episode where a very young Jake and his female friend sitting on the couch, 3 or 4 feet across from each other on the couch, and they're chatting, they're texting each other, they're IMing each other. And Charlie comes out and he sees Jake and his friend laughing and hearing ding, ding. Charlie asks, "What are you guys doing?" "Chatting." He looks at him and he's got the look of bewilderment on his face. "Chatting?" And Jake looks up at his friend, shakes his head and rolls his eyes basically he doesn't get it. And Charlie walks away. That's exactly how our lifestyles have been. Now the only difference is you're indoors, you're not at work, the kids are not at school, you're just doing this within the confines of your home. So yeah, again, we're not, pray tell that you have to spend all day with your kids, you have to homeschool them, or get to know them. Oh, how terrible, right? That's that's sad. This is a perfect opportunity now to get to know your family and most importantly, get to know your kids. Doggone it. Now your kids are really not allowed to come to Target, thank goodness, because let me tell you, our experience, especially at our store, your children are terrible. You have no idea how mischievous and how awful they are. They come into our store and they destroy our store. They just literally tear it up. They rectify it. These kids are just, not my child. Well, let us in retail tell you about your children, folks. They suck. And that all falls upon you as a parent. Look at Clearwater Beach. Look at those kids. Look at their attitudes. Oh, we've been waiting for spring break. This is going to interfere and do whatever. This is important to you. Never mind the fact. Oh, we're young. We're pretty immune. It's not going to affect us. We're not worried about our health. No, but heaven forbid you do carry something back home. You introduce it into your family, your parents, your grandparents, or heaven forbid your great-grandparents, if you're lucky enough to have them alive and around. The youth doesn't think, and that falls upon the parents. This is upbringing, okay? This goes back to your parents. So shame on the parents. And the thing is, those parents are my age. I'm part of that group, so yeah, but my kids are, my oldest is just 18 this year, so And I know for a fact my son he's, from the last I've seen and heard, he's a quiet kid. I don't know who my middle child is, my daughter, Carmen Marie. I just have a good confidence in my kids, but we'll see. King Taco, I love this place. Closed. This is Union Street. This place is hustling and bustling normally at this time of the morning. You know, no, it's empty. Slater's down there. Slater's 50/50. Closed. There's also a lot of traffic on this street per se. You know, it's just nothing. The Crepe Studio, the Union Sandwich shop over here. This is empty. My goodness. And yes, my friends, I am doing my best to take care of myself. I'm only coming out when I need something. And admittedly, I'm not getting what I need to get all at once. But, you know, I'm not a senior yet. I'm 54 years old, but I do fall in that high risk for myself. I have severe asthma, as you all know, and I take ibuprofen in the morning because of body aches. I can't take Tylenol. I don't like Tylenol. And Tylenol kind of messes me up. And Tylenol doesn't really work on me. Slater's 50/50. Takeout and delivery, phone orders. Well, this is the new way of life, I guess. Comment down below. Let me know how it is and how it's impacted your area, even your part of the world. Sweden, I know. I kind of know. You've already mentioned. But let me know where, you know, how it is in your society, in your provinces, your counties, your states, your cities, your villages even. I love this place right here. This is such a beautiful and picturesque place. I love it right here. It's kind of European-esque. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another. Be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, and let's talk. Let's comment. You know, now we got more than enough time on the world to communicate with each other. Oh my God, we get to really know each other now. Yeah, take advantage of it. We're not going to go back to a normal society. That's for damn sure, but take this time. I feel God's given us this time to get to know one another, and certainly our family and children. If you know what I mean. Comments, good or bad, doesn't matter. Yeah, see, that's a gold line right there. It's usually busy, but I know that lady. So, yeah. All right, my friends, I will upload this when I get home, and I will talk to you later. Work hasn't called me, so I got today off. I get to rest. I love you all. Take care, be smart, and be safe. Bye.